Take a deep breath. That's the hardest part for tonight. Usually if you've been to one of our events before, you know I kind of break it down. I'm not going to do that tonight, so don't worry. 7 children will die today from cancer. Our daughter, Jennifer Lynn Kranz, isn't one of them. She's already dead. And to give you a timeline on that, as we said in the video, Jennifer was diagnosed on her 6th birthday. That was October 28th. 3/4 years ago. So we're coming up on the 5th anniversary of the day she was diagnosed, and then 3.5 months later on the day she died. We are totally normal people. I'm a PE teacher turned stay-at-home mom who had something really bad happen to us. And that was one of the biggest things that I realized throughout all of this, is that, like my husband said in the video, you think it won't happen to you. You think somehow you're insulated from it. I saw the St. Jude's commercials, the bald, smiling kids next to Jennifer Aniston, and that was too hard for me. I turned the channel. I made my donation, but I turned the channel. I thought somehow that insulated my family. But why? The real question is, why is that not enough? And it's a lack of funding. 1 cent of every donated dollar to American Cancer Society, who is also the organization that does Relay for Life, goes towards pediatric cancer research. 1 cent of every donated dollar. And our government, the NCI, the National Cancer Institute, that's like the big piece of the pie that does all cancer research funding. 12 different types of pediatric cancer, split less than 4%. So like to give you an idea, what Jennifer had, DIPG isn't even, and what Drake had, they're not even their own categories. Those are both under the category of brain tumor or brain cancer. And so those are all these different types of even then subcategories fighting for that money to try and save our kids or give them less toxic treatment. And I get it. Adults get cancer too. My dad right now was diagnosed with cancer before his 6-year-old granddaughter. And I'm a daddy's girl, not like Jennifer was. She loved her daddy. She wouldn't take fun selfies like that with me ever, but that was kind of their thing. But I love my dad. I'm glad he's here. But I also know what he has to go through on a daily basis surviving cancer when his 6-year-old granddaughter didn't even have a shot. And to give you an idea, like with DIPG, like 350 kids are diagnosed with that particular type of brain cancer every single year in this country. But the truth is, I don't do it for Jennifer. I really do it for them. We are lucky enough to have 4 surviving kids that I hope every day one of them doesn't sit in an oncologist's office again. Or the grandkids I really, really hope to be blessed with one day. I really don't do it for Jennifer. I love getting up here. I love introducing all you guys to my daughter because she was an incredible kid. And she was little, so no one knew her yet. You know, she was my oldest child. So we didn't have those years and years of people seeing her grow up at school. So this is a gift that you guys give to me to sit here and listen and let me introduce her. But the truth is, I do this because I'm still a normal mom. The best part of my day is when my kids wake up, and the best part of my day is when the kids go to bed. We're normal people. But I do it for them because there's years and years of memories and moments that we lost out on. So much more that was yet to come. And so I fight for those kids that I hope to be blessed with in my future too. So what do we do? What's Unravel do? What makes us different? We fund innovation. So what does that mean? So we talked about the grant system. In a nutshell, researchers spend about 60% of their time in front of a computer writing a grant. For money they may or may not get. They get like less than 10% of the grants that they apply for. 60% of their time, less than 10%, is the money that they get. And when they do get the money, it's restricted. So it means that whatever they wrote that grant out to be, if they're halfway through and they have to pivot and realize, ooh, that didn't go as we planned, they're stuck. The money's already allocated for that use. Especially here where we live in Silicon Valley, this is like the world of innovation, and it makes no sense. No other market or industry works that way. But for some reason, the medical system still does. And what does innovation mean? Innovation is not proven science, because proven science meant guaranteed death for my daughter. In this in this day and age, we have cars that can drive themselves. Guaranteed death sentence for 350 kids a year. So we try and find new ideas, and we don't tie these researchers' hands. We have a scientific advisory team, don't worry, it's not me, that goes over the science, make sure it's sound and makes sense. But then we give that money to those innovative researchers. And to give you an idea too, when we talk about, I said in that video that we want to start with an Unravel all cancer. I mean that. When you fund pediatric cancer research, you're also funding adult research. When we find medications that can work, they go into adult trials first. They don't always go right into kids. Chemotherapy, we all know it. It's done a lot, but it was discovered by a pediatric oncologist. There are more and more opportunities like that coming out, but let's start with kids. The hardest to cure, the hardest to treat, the hardest, 80% of children's cancers are metastasized at time of diagnosis. You figure that out, adults are going to come too. And that is our goal. Those are the researchers that we fund that will impact all types of cancer. And when we talk about innovation, the doctor that you guys are funding tonight is Dr. Raju. Tony and I went to New York and met this guy. And we then called our board of directors and said, you guys, this guy is phenomenal. We just got to tour a bunch of labs there. And he's the one that we called and we said, we got to give this guy money. He is incredible. And we gave him a check. And he was so excited for it. Probably the most grateful researcher that I think we've ever given money to. And we've been blessed to give a lot of money to a lot of great researchers. But he was so excited, like we joked that he was going to be calling, we can imagine him calling his wife on the way home and be like, okay, honey, and then you won't even believe it. Then they sat down and they just gave me a check, like for no reason, they just gave me a check. And we laughed that he followed us through the rooms and turned off all the lights behind us. So we know too, that he's going to use the money well, and he's very frugal with his money, because we loved him. And what he's really doing is, it's a lot of sciencey stuff, and I'm not very, again, I taught PE, so I can teach you how to shoot a basketball. But he's looking at this problem, mouse models, what they're testing on before we can get it into human trials. There's big problems with that, but everyone knows it. But like no one's really changing it yet. And he goes, that's what I want to do. I want to make it so that all of our preclinical trials, everything we're doing before we put it into the kids, we really find out they're going to work. Because so many that look good on those beginner trials before they're in kids, they fail when we get them in kids or in adults. He says, well, let's change that. And medulloblastoma is the thing that he concentrates the most on. He's also a clinician, and he treats kids with medulloblastoma. So that's why it made a lot of sense for you guys tonight to do that. So that is for Drake. And you guys are doing that tonight. But I'm telling you, he was so excited. And he's so honored that you guys, that we've been able to give him this check tonight, or that we'll give him after this. You got a lot more money to spend, I hope, tonight, to make a big difference for him. So that's my deal. If you guys have questions, you can ask Tony, but he'll get very nervous and embarrassed, so for sure ask him. But you can ask me. I love to talk, if you can't tell. And I love to talk about all this, so I could share a million things. But I'll leave you with this. Jennifer loved glitter. We did a glitter photo shoot, and she was not perfect. She got a big handful of it, actually a dustbin full of it, and threw it right in my face in the middle of photography, because she was also a normal, sassy 6-year-old little girl. But especially I think the dads probably know that if you have a little girl at home that plays in glitter, you find it everywhere. It's like it replicates, and you find it 6 months later. I hope that's what tonight does for you. I hope it inspires you to continue on. I hope the things that you learned tonight stick with you. And thank you for being here tonight, for not just being sorry, because we all hear about pediatric cancer. We're like, oh, that sucks, that's horrible, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. But you guys are here tonight doing something about it. So you're not just sorry, you're active, and that is, that's brave. We weren't until we were forced to be, and you guys are choosing to be here tonight, and we have a lot of respect for that. So thank you for being here tonight. Enjoy the rest of your night.
Let's give a hand for Libby, the Prince family, the Bakers. Let's please take a moment to recognize all the hard work of everybody here tonight. My wife Meredith, Kathy, her sister Kristen, tons of vendors. There's a sign right there in the corner. All those vendors right there, go spend your money with them. These people care. They really care. They have donated so many items to the auction, to the baskets, everything. There's just so much to say. Devil's Canyon, I mean, this place is awesome. Adam's awesome, his staff is awesome. Also, I'm gonna repeat this one more time. We have a taco truck in the back with tacos, burritos, quesadillas, churros. We have a silent auction right there. You have on your wrist a bidder number. That bidder number is what you'll write down on the bidder sheet. Over here in the corner we have baskets for a raffle. Write your bidder number on your raffle tickets, which you can buy at the front. What else? We have, and you can donate on your phone. We have a photo booth back here. Please go do that and get your souvenir. Am I missing anything? Okay. Oh, and we have kombucha. Okay. And again, this whole thing is because you came. I mean, they put it on, but you came, and that's super important. You can say, you came year one, you're gonna tell all your friends. Year two, we're gonna make this bigger, we're gonna make it better. You all see what we're doing here? Be a part of it again, tell everybody. And seriously, thank you for everybody we bugged the heck out of to come here. It really means a lot. So, I want to introduce some special talent tonight. This is DJ Tripp. This guy right here, we imported him from San Francisco Booty, which is Best of the Bay, 10 years in a row. Okay, so if y'all ever want to go out in San Francisco, you need to go to the Booty, the nightclub at DNA Lounge. This guy right here, he's your man. He's open for Imagine Dragons, he's open for Lenny Kravitz, a bunch of other stuff. I mean, he's the bomb, but like, I mean, I think I just hyped you up, so you better kick some ass, but